What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da, TrackStar, and welcome back to Dancehall Masterclass. So, I went ahead and bounced the files. So we have the first file with all of the processing, and then we have the second file, which is just no processing. So no EQ, no bus compressor, no overdrive. So now we'll take a listen, take a few minutes, listen between the two, and then I'll add a final mastering polish to the file, bounce it, and that will kind of wrap up this whole opening to the course. Then, you know, in the next video, we can move on into some more advanced stuff and kind of build upon what we are going through in this video. So let's do that. So this is the file, pretty much just mixed. So first we need to turn off all of these so they don't affect the sound. So this is just a mix file right here. And then if we switch between to the mastered file, or the file with the bus process on it, let me clear that up. This is not master. This is the file with the bus processing. This is the file that is just mixed without the processing on the bus. And I mean, immediately you can hear the difference. Louder, much more eerie, clearer. So just the mix. Bus processing. You know, it just sounds a little bit darker, you understand what I'm saying? So now we don't go through and we don't finish this. So we don't solo out the mixed with the bus processing version. We also go and solo out the chorus as well. Like I said, when you're working any type of bus processing, any type of master bus or, you know, mix bus, you want to loop out the loudest section of your song. So we already have the EQ, the compressor, the overdrive on it. So if I listen to this now, now I'm just thinking, what could I possibly add to this, you know, to kind of bring out a little bit more, you know? So one thing we could do is we could add an EQ, we could add a little bit of top end, you know, some ear. And for that, I'm going to use the dead duck equalizer, and I am going to go all the way up to 20K. And remember, we filtered out 20K, right? But that doesn't mean that there aren't frequencies or, you know, stuff there that we don't want. And now we're going to expose that basically. So we're going to go all the way to 20K. I'm going to increase the gain gradually. So we're going to exaggerate it at first, and then we'll just find a good balance. Very subtle. It's a very small change. But like I was saying, I was just trying to introduce some more to the top end, a little bit more air, a little more sizzle. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a very small change. Most of you probably won't even notice it, but it works, right? So out of that, the last thing, we're going to a maximizer or limiter. Doesn't matter which. You can use Maximus or you can use the Fruity limiter. In this situation, to keep it on, you know, in the beginner stages, we'll use the Fruity limiter because it's much simpler. The maximizer, Maximus, is a little bit more complicated, but not as difficult. It's just a multi-band compressor limiter. But we'll use the stock, just simple basic limiter. That's fine, no issues. So let's turn on the effect here. Currently, we are boosting 5.5 dB, and we really aren't seeing too much compression. So, and this is what I mean by the latency. I'm pressing play now, and you see how long it takes for it to actually react. Okay, cool. So let's dial back this attack time. As you can see, the attack is 1000 milliseconds. That's ridiculously slow. So let's scroll this back to about 30, which is, like I said, my favorite. That's fine. Now you see we start getting some limiting, and the impact is immediate. You know, notice with the attack time all the way up, latency issues. So 30 milliseconds. Cool. No issues. And that's basically it. That's a limiter at its basic level. Now we can get into sidechaining and all of that stuff later, and we will. But as you know, just a basic, as somebody that just get FL Studio and just load it up and don't know what the hell, you know, mastering and all that stuff is, that's just a basic overview for you. Now, I'll go way more in depth. So now, only thing left to do is to engage the master bus like that and play from the top and record the master file. So I'll fast forward and see you in a sec. Okay, cool. So now we have the mastered file here. You know, I want to point something out before I end the video. The reason why this file does not look crazy and peaking all over the place is because of the limiting that is applied. So if you remember, we were talking about these curves options, and I was like, you can set that how you want. That's stuff that we'll get into later. Basically, these curves determine whether you are going to get soft clipping or hard clipping. You know, this is stuff that we will get into later on. But I just want to point that out before I ended the video, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's mastered, why it's not, you know, as loud as it's supposed to be. You can see the crazy difference between just the mixed version, which is here, the mix with the bus processing, and then the mastered version here. So we'll get into that more. The next video will be diving into more advanced stuff. You know, so just stick around for that. Until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da, the TrackStar. Peace.